Hi everyone, Beth here from Corner Piece Studio. I'm here to do part 2 of my Happy Mail journal that I'm creating. In the first video, I used a blue hanging file folder, and created the base, the structure of my book. And this line is where the file folder was folded in half, and then I measured 1 inch to each side of it, so I have a 2-inch spine. My dimensions on this one are 7.5 by 9.5. Inside has a 2.25 inch pocket on each side, because I didn't want to cut it off. I folded it up, I glued it down, I added glue to this piece of cardboard and stuck it in. It gives me a nice solid spine. Now I've been holding this and playing with this. I found my cover pieces and inside pieces and all, and I've also realized that I might need a little more structure to this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue 2 pieces of cardstock to the inside, like that. So, just want to say I am thrilled that you're back. If you watched part 1 and you're here for part 2, that is awesome. I want to give a little bit of a shout out to some of my other followers and commenters: Valkanest, Barbara D, and Mickey Red. Thank you so much for everybody for following along and leaving a comment once in a while. So I really appreciate it. I like to see what you like and where you have questions. So what I'm going to use to do this is I went to the local dollar store. It's called Just a Buck, and I found this white glue. It's a general purpose glue. It's not considered permanent, but I really like it. So what I did is I watered it down a little bit. See, here it is. I squirted a blob in there and added some water and made it just a little bit thinner, and I'm going to use it to glue this on. So let me get my gluing mat. I hope everybody's doing well today. Doing good here. I'm glad to be back into my studio creating. So I did this, I measured it and cut it 7 by 7.5, and then you notice the little corner off it. I took the corner off so it would slide into the pocket nicely. Most of that's going to get covered anyway by my inside papers. I went through that folder, the fodder folder I showed to you in the last video, and I went through an envelope full of book pages from my friend Harriet, and I was able to come up with 50 different pages for this journal. I'm going to have 5 signatures in it and 10 pages each. So while I was doing that, I also found images that I want for the cover, inside and out, front and back. So to make this a little more sturdy, I'm going to glue this down first. Let me just put a pencil mark so I can find my corner where I want to put it when I put it down there. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here, not too much, because I don't want the wet to wrinkle it. Even though it's going to get hidden by the other paper, wet glue has a tendency to ripple. So I don't want to, and it's sticking real quickly. Nice. Very nice. This glue is working very well. Very nicely. Did what I wanted. Excellent. So there it is to the front. I'm going to add a little bit under. You got to make sure you get all the way to the corners and stuff. And what I might do, I'm going to put some permanent glue down on it, on my board here, also to make sure that it stays. I want it to stay. So I'm going to add some permanent glue, glue stick. There we go. Now my edges are down. So I got two kinds of glue in there. So that's going to hold it. All right, tear this off because this is wet. Get rid of that. That's what these old catalogs and things are good for, is to use as a gluing base. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. Actually, I'm not too keen on how that worked, so I'm going to actually use my glue stick. I am using, yeah, that didn't work out too well. So, see, that's why I like to put my videos up in real time. I don't edit my videos. I like to put them up in real time. So when you see a mistake or something happen like that, you learn from my mistakes. So I'm not liking using that. I've liked it on other things, but I don't like it on this. I think because this is a little, has a light finish to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue stick on this. It's a permanent bond glue stick. It's from Joann Fabric. I got this quite a while back. I have not been able to find it in the stores. So I'm not sure if they're still making it or not. It's been a little while since I've been in. So I'm going to use this permanent bond glue stick on this because I want this to stay. Make sure you get all the way to your edges and your corners. There. I might need to add more to that other page after it dries. I hope not, but I might. See, that's why I like working in real time for you. So you can see my mistakes and what I do about them. Okay, let's get this out of the way so I can get that kind of up into the same general area. There we go. Nice. That went on better. It's not sliding all over. There. So I'm going to let that sit and dry. It's not perfect, and this smudge and whatnot is going to be hidden because I do have cover pages and things that I'm going to use on here. I have inside papers, outside papers. All right, let's get the ruler out of the way. Here we go. So that sturdied it. That's much better. Much better. I need to go back in here with the glue stick. I am not liking what's going on here. So right down to the edge. All right, there we go. Not liking it. And it's okay because this part is, most of it's going to be hidden. So I don't have a problem with that. And when that dries, if you've got glue, like in here, you can see, I don't know if you can see a little bit of shiny on there from the glue before. I have a glue eraser. So when it's dry, you can go back in and rub the glue off. You can erase it right off. So that came off. So it's hard to see on the camera. Now this is rolling because it was so much glue. So hopefully it will eventually stay flat. All right, let me show you some things that I found for my cover pieces. This, let's look at the front cover first. Okay, I found this. I thought that was pretty awesome for a front cover. I'm going to put that on the front cover. And then this was from something from Harriet, and I'm going to cut this rough edge off because I want it to fit. It's not quite fitting in there at the moment. So let's see now. There we go. So now it fits. And I'll be able to go around my camera here, and I'll be able to put it in. So maybe just have a little bit of purple and blue showing on the edges. How about that? And it picks up the purple. That's going to be on the inside cover. And this is going to be, it's a book from a book page that she had sent to me. And that's going to be the outside cover. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do the outside cover first. Once everything is glued on here, it's going to get laid flat, and I'm going to weight it. You can see where I used, you can see that this is warping a little bit and this is flat. That's what happens when you use a liquid glue versus a glue stick. So I'm going to stick with the glue stick, and I'm going to put glue stick all the way around. Let's move this out of the way. I don't need it right now. There. All right. So I'm going to glue this to this side, and I'm going to use my glue stick. Let me get some paper under that. Let's see. One thing I like to use, and you can see it's pretty well used as it is, I will put wax paper under my work, because then if I go off, it's okay. So I have a couple different pieces of wax paper down under here that I use. All right, so I am going around the edges. Make sure you get good and close to the edges. What I will probably also do is use a bead of art glitter glue around the edges. Some people like to use double-sided tape. I haven't found one that I really like yet. So I'm going to put a bead of glue just inside the edge, because what it's going to do is it's going to squish to the edge once I get my paper on. So we've got permanent glue stick and the art glitter glue. Okay, so I'm putting this to here and going right up near, not totally onto, but near the edge of the spine. Okay, let's turn this over. Oh, get out of there. Turn that over. There. I'll let that set for a minute while I do the back one. Let that dry, because then I'm going to cut it. Okay, let's do the back one. Now I'm going to turn the back one upside down, so when I do the back one, I'll have to remember that it's upside down. This is going to be the inside of the back. Okay, and here is the back one. It's a little bit of fun stuff going on. All right, let me figure it out here. There's the front. Here's the back. And I think I'll have it go like that. So everybody's having fun. Have found some fun stuff inside. So that's how we're going to do that. Okay, here I go. I'm putting on my glue stick. Make sure I go all the way to the corners. Cover. See, I'm covering up those words. If you have words on something, even if it's just on the back of a card or a tag that you made and there's words there that you don't want, just get a little piece of book page or scrap paper and just cover it up with something. But I knew I was going to be covering it with this, so I had no concerns about it. But sometimes it happens where you end up having, uh-oh, I forgot to put this on. Hang on. Let's get this on the edge real quick. See, those things happen. And you just pull them up. I tell you, glue stick is very forgiving. You can pull up, fix something, do something, and get it back down. Glue stick is very forgiving. There we go. There. All right, where's my thing here? So I'm going to rub all the way to the edges. and down the middle. Just make sure it's adhered really well. Okay, take this plastic out because it's got glue on it. Turn it over and rub the edges a little more. And there, I got a little glue on my stuff. I don't like this rag. I have to find my other ones. I'm going to use a piece of paper towel. A paper towel on my stand here, which works out real nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the edges off here because we don't need them. What I will probably do is wrap some washi tape or something around, maybe. We'll see how it is in the end. Because I also have little book corners that I made that I will probably use. Now, don't be careful where you're cutting, because if I cut too close, I'm cutting my pocket open, and that would not be good. Did I? No, I didn't. I got right up close to it, though. I got right up close to it. You have to be careful not to cut your pocket open. All right, let's do the back piece. It goes pretty quickly. Goes quickly, goes nicely, and it's really taking form now. It's feeling more like a book instead of a floppy folder, because it was a little too floppy for me. That's why I added those pieces inside. Okay, there we go. There's my cover. I want to get my scraper and go outward a little bit, outward from the center, because this piece did have a fold in it, and I don't want the fold showing. So I'm just spreading the glue a little more. I might as well do the same to the other one. Just make everything sure everything is adhered. That's what this scraping does. All right, there we go. There's the front cover. Isn't that nice? There's the front, and there's the back. Very nice. Let's get rid of some of these scraps. I like that one. That one I'll keep. My corners I snipped off. Okay, there's the front. There's the back. See, it's a little past there. I need to trim that. Sorry, I got caught on the wire. Got caught on my camera wire. This clip. Maybe I'll get my knife. That might do better. Knife and a ruler. Because the scissors are a little bulky to do that. Got this beautiful knife set from a friend of mine. Use it a lot. So just put this right up to the edge of where you want to get that off. Just don't want to put a hole in my spine. There we go. And it's off. Excellent. Let's look at the other one. That's good. That one's good. Okay, let's work on the inside, and then we'll do the spine. I have a great idea for that. I was given fabric. That works. I was given fabric as part of Happy Mail once, and from my friend out in Oregon, and I'm going to use some of that. Okay, now this one is going to go in here. It fits in here just like so. I'm going to just stagger it a little, push it over as far as I can. You know what I might do? I'm going to, because I want a little more on the edges than that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut just a wee bit off the edge here and see how that works. There we go. Exactly the way I want it. Just like that. That works. Okay, how about these little guys? Okay, just cut these ripples off of this one, and this will work also. There you go. I tell you, I love my Recollections paper cutter. That's if you want to get one. I need to trim just a little bit more. It also has a, this piece is a, yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, it's a scoring tool. So, took me a minute. Sorry about that. All right, that works. And it'll go right in there, just like that. And that'll be my inside pieces. Okay, so let me get my book again. I'm going to put glue. I'm using a permanent glue stick. I like Joann's. I also like Elmer's all-purpose glue. I do not use school glue because it kind of does what that liquid glue did. It comes up. And then there's also another one by Elmer's, Sticks to More Surfaces glue. That's really good also. I might use that on my, when I put my fabric on. So, I'm not sponsored by any of these guys. I just like the glue. So this, I am not going to put glue, a wet glue around the edges, because the glue stick will be good, because it's the inside of the cover, and it'll work, whoops, just fine. Get some things out of my way here. Down in there. Good. Down in the pocket. Center it where I want it. Good. And then just rub it out. Paper towel works too, but there's times when paper towel will get stuck to your paper. That's why a little washcloth is good. Mine are elsewhere. They're upstairs. I got some stuff upstairs too. So get that down out of the way. Isn't that pretty? That works nice, and I can cover this up, say, keep that open. All right, let's see. Let's do this one. What time are we at? I'm going to try and keep it under 30 minutes for you. We'll see. Okay, so let me put glue all on the corners here. Make sure I get my corners and my edges really well. And then, and if that's a concern for you, after it's dry and you start playing with it and the corners or your edges start popping up, washi tape is amazing. You get some washi tape, run it along the top of your glue stick, and hang on, I'm trying to get it in where I want it. Run it along the top of your glue stick and glue it down, and it stays. Because yes, washi tape is not meant to be permanent. It's not a permanent. I'm going to let that dry, and I'll use my handy dandy little eraser. Washi tape is not a permanent thing. Some of it is really sticky, and it does stick really well, but then there's some that just does not. So I always put glue on it anyway, whether it's really sticky or not. Now you see there's a little bit of white hanging up here. I'm just going to come along the edge. That's from the back side of my paper I put on the front. There. Because I know I can't get my scissors there to get that off. There we go. It's off. And there's a little bit on the side here. Just cleaning up my edges a little. There we go. Nicely done. Good. Okay, so let's see what we've done so far. Oh, that's looking really nice. Oh, golly. See how the cover has stiffened up nicely with all the glue that we're putting on it? It helps. Oops, sorry for the glare. So there we go. So that's the inside and the outside. Now, I want to show you what I had for the outside. I was gifted these from my friend in Oregon, Michelle. So I want to use this to cover the spine on the outside. But as you can see, it's too wide. I have a 2-inch spine, and I only want a 4-inch coverage. And this was something like 5.5. So I put a snip at 4 inches, and now I'm going to tear it. There we go. That's off. And now maybe want to take it a little more because I don't really want to cover that girl's head too much. Yeah, I'm gonna, let's see my ruler. Let's see here. The girl's head. So if I do it at 3 inches, so I'm going to take another inch off. I'm going to take off another inch because this is 4 inches. All right, so let me get my scissors and snip right about there. I'm going to tear again. I'm getting some nice fabric strips now. There we go. I can use them for something else. All right, that's better. That's better. I like that. Okay, whoops, it's upside down. Yep, it was upside down. I like that because I didn't want to cover her head too much. That works. That works really well. Okay, I am going to use my Sticks to More glue stick. Is this one now? Yeah, put this underneath. Again, I'm going to use this. Where'd it go? There we go. I am going to, it's still a little sticky there. I'm going to use this glue stick down the middle, and then I will use my Fabri-tac along the edges. Sometimes you will kind of figure out what glues work best for you on what projects. Oh, this one is almost empty. Hope I make it to the end. You can hear it scraping. All right, I need to get some more. It's seen better days. Oops, see, there it came out. You'll find what works for you. Oh, I forgot to cut to my height. Where's the snipper? Here's my scissors. I'm going to cut right here and tear that off. There we go. That's the way I want it. Okay, now I'm going to put it to the glue. Center it and rub it down. The reason I didn't use the Fabri-tac glue on there is it would have really shown through with the dark blue underneath. And I really don't want that to show through. So I didn't use it. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to run a little bit of it under the edges here to make sure it stays. Come on. And sometimes, especially when your fabric is light colored, oh, I love the fraying that's happening. When your fabric is light colored, it will bleed through and you will see the line. You can see it a little bit, but that's all right. All right. It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing something that's really fancy and whatnot, and you don't want that to be seen, don't use the Fabri-tac. Or if you do, you can, I'm going to pull my edges out. You can use your finger to rub down the bead so it lays it out a little more flat. There we go. There's my spine coming along. Okay. Now, I had a thought for the spine inside. Well, sorry. I wanted to add this to the outside. This is going to be on the spine inside and on the outside. Let's trim this straight. That's straight as it's going to get. And I'm going to put that down on the outside. I'm trying to use things from Happy Mail, and I love it. I'm so grateful when I get Happy Mail, and I love to use the stuff that people give to me. All right, there we go. There's that. Now, what am I going to use? I am going to, is that right side up or upside down? There we go. That's right side up. That works. Got to trim that spot up here. All right, I'm going to use Fabri-tac to put that down, because what's also going to hold that in place is when I sew in the signatures. I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I have 5 signatures, so that's also going to hold it in, but that'll dress it up underneath. So I'm going to put glue on the dark part here. It's not going to be seen. I'm going to rub it around once I get this on to flatten out the bumps so it has a better hold than, all right, there. So it has a better hold. There we go. I hate doing this, but it peels off and washes off. Okay, that's right upside down. It's right side up, and here we go. Yay! Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Isn't that gorgeous? It's coming out wonderfully. So that's the outside, and the fraying is fine. It adds character to it. So there's that. Now here is the inside. Now see how it's hanging off on the bottom? I could just, once the glue dries, I think I'm going to just fray it off, pull that off, and give it a little fringe on the bottom. Now what I want to do on the inside, I'm going to quickly just put this to the inside like that. And that's it. Let's cut this off the bottom. See where it's at the top. Got a piece of scrap, sorry. A lot of stuff going on this table. Always. There we go. So I'm going to use that on the inside. And again, what's going to help that stay is when I stitch down. I need to go get something. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. What I wanted to do, because I noticed that this is hanging out a little bit, and you can see the white on the edges here. I wanted to get some of my vintage photo distress ink and just add it to the edges there to darken it so it's not so stark white hanging out. That's better. So it blends in a little better. See? Now it blends in better. Just add a little more. Okay, that's good. Now where did my lid go? There it is. Okay, that works. It just helps hide some edges and things. Upside down, right side up, upside down. All right, so that's going to be used there. That's excellent. Okay, where is the glue? Here it is. And then we are almost done for today. I'm going to glue it to here because there's something I want to do before I glue it all the way down on the bottom. I had one more thing that I wanted to put on the inside to dress it up. I'll show you in just a second. Let me get this on. Get that on. Yeah, that Fabri-tac is a little smelly. Some people don't like the odor. Some you get used to it or you don't. It's up to you. There's Fabri-fix also, which is very similar. I just like Fabri-tac. It works better. But that's what I'm using, right? Yeah, I'm using Fabri-tac. I do have Fabri-fix, but I like the Fabri-tac, the hold of Fabri-tac better. One more thing. I have this pretty little lace. What I wanted to do was to put the lace right on the edge of my pockets. So I'm going to run a little bit of glue right along the edge of my pocket. Where is it? Here it is. I'll start from one side and then the other. Move that out of the way. I'm going to start over here. And just have to be careful you don't glue your pocket shut. That's all. That can happen. And if it happens, I'll show you what to do. Let's see. Let's get this on first. And then I'll show you what to do. That goes to the edge. Put that right up to the edge. It just kind of dresses this up a little bit. Gotta get that glue off of there. Okay. Up to the edge. And it likes to stick to my fingers. I don't think I got enough on the end here. Nope, I didn't. Okay, there we go. Now I do. There. It's on the end. Now let me get some up under here. Put that there, and then I'll glue that down in just a minute. Just want to get this lace on. Or should I put the lace over? No, because you can't see it anyway, so that's all right. I'm going to put this here. Add a little bit more so it stays. Put my lid on. Okay. Sorry, I put my glue in my cup. There. There. Where's the scissors? Okay. Just rolling the glue off my fingers here. And I have plenty of lace left over for something else. There. And now I'm going to glue this down. There we go. Put glue all through here. I know I'm gluing over the lace, but that's okay. I just wanted to be sure it was all running nice and straight across. That's why I left it. We're almost done, folks. Nice going. Just want to let you know I'm almost to my 500 subscribers. Once it hits 500, there's going to be a giveaway of a little bit journal that I made. So once I get to that 500 subscribers, folks, it's going to be a nice giveaway. There we are. Our cover, my cover is all set. It's all done. I glued, oops, see it bubbling here? I need to get them bubbles out. There we go. Scrapers are good. This I got at the Dollar Tree. You can get scrapers anywhere. You can use this. You can use a credit card. You can use one of these. It's a paint scraper that you can get cheaply anywhere. So you can go into the cake department in a store and get the icing spreader. I have one of those somewhere right here. You can use this. You can use one of those. So, oops, stay down. Okay, so, yep, it's just bubbling a little bit. I don't want that. Where's this? You'll find what works best for you and what you have more control over and what's more comfortable in your hand. I like this. I have a small hand. I like this. It's 6 bell in it. Okay, there we go. And then I have some frays that are hanging out. How about that? And it's going to harden up as it dries. So, there's the cover to my Happy Mail glue book. I'm going to put corners on this. I have to find them. Let's see. Yep, here they are. I have some paper corners that I had made. Let me see if I can get them all the same size. There's paper corners I had made. 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. I'm going to put paper corners on here. And they go on just like that to help protect the corners. So let me, here it is. Add a little bit of glitter glue because I want it to stick quick and stay. There's that. And I did put a little too much. little too much glue and make it stay. I'm dropping my rag on the floor because I'm trying to rush. I'm sorry. This will be done when it's done. Okay? I'm not going to rush it. There, that's better. Let me just put a little bit of glue on these. Not a lot of bit of glue. Just a little. So it stays. And I will have to find the video that I used to make these, and I will attach it to this one so you can see how to do it. It's a lot of fun. It's really easy. It's a quick thing that you can do while sitting and watching TV. I need to fix my corners down. Put this one on. There we go. See, very nice. Very, very nice. And you have to press them down to stay. So when I'm done with this, I will weight them down. I will weight down the whole thing so all the papers can stick and dry nicely. And number 4. So there we are. The cover is together. There's the cover, and I'm going to have 5 nice signatures sitting inside here. So there we are for today. Today I covered my cover that I created in the last video. I covered it with book pages and fabric that were part of Happy Mail that I got. And you don't have to have Happy Mail. You can use whatever you want. It's just that I haven't. I wanted to do something special with it because it means a lot to me. If you are interested in Happy Mail, exchanging Happy Mail, please let me know, and then we can work that out. We can exchange Happy Mail, maybe get a little group going, and you can I'll assign someone for each person to exchange with. So let me know if you're interested, and we'll go from there. So for now, I'm going to cut some of these long ones off. I like them, but I don't like the real long ones. So here we are. There's the book cover for the Happy Mail journal. And you can do whatever kind of journal you want and make a cover. If you do, please add it. I do have a Facebook page, so you can go to the Facebook page. You find the information listed below. And you can go put a picture up. I will put a picture up to here of this, and then you can add to it to show me what you're working on. So, okay, folks, you all have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend, and I will be back soon with part 3 of getting signatures in, and showing my signatures and how I got my papers together and getting them in. All right, folks, you all have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.